Roblox has issued yet another very controversial response. The Chief Safety Officer was found with some odd badges, and people are mad at me. We've got a lot to talk about yet again, so let's begin with their latest response that involves private spaces games like bathroom simulators. If you didn't see, Roblox updated their rules to make games like bathroom simulators or public bedrooms restricted to 17 plus ID verified users only. Instead of taking down the games, Roblox wants to keep them up and instead just bar them from anyone who isn't ID verified as being 17 or older. Obviously, that raises some concerns, such as most public whatever games being designed and intended for adult activity and kids sneaking in using someone else's ID. One of the biggest issues with Roblox's plan happened to be the minimum age though, because 17-year-olds are still minors, and Roblox would let them in those games. By making it 17 plus, Roblox is still knowingly allowing some minors to be in games similar to Teddy's Condos, public bathroom simulators, and XYZ Hangouts. Roblox got blown up for that, and understandably so, because they'd be continuing to allow soft condos and dating games and let them be played by some minors. Well, Roblox responded to the concern about minors playing these games in an FAQ on the dev forum yesterday evening, and it's kinda good, but also very sad. Shouldn't bedroom/bathroom simulators be 18 plus or removed rather than 17 plus? As a reminder, our community standards apply everywhere. User behavior that violates those standards should be reported to Roblox. We are considering 17 versus 18. We'll have more to share soon. You read it right, Roblox is considering making public whatever games that are most often designed for dating and degeneracy 18 plus instead of 17 plus. Roblox is just considering barring the remaining minors from adult activity games that Roblox should be banning considering what most are made for but don't want to. You know, this is kinda good because at least they're considering it, but at the same time, it's just a consideration and doesn't mean they'll do it. The fact they even have to consider banning all minors from these games instead of just outright doing it or banning them is very disappointing though. I don't know why they can't immediately realize that minors shouldn't be in spaces Roblox realizes are bad enough that they gotta block them from younger audiences. It should be so obvious that games like this should be banned off their platform and should not be played by any minors, but Roblox has a hard time realizing that. To consider barring minors is good, as there's at least recognition these games could go bad, which they will, but there's no guarantee this consideration will lead to proper action. Now we've got Matt Kaufman's Roblox badges to go over, which has caused a lot of controversy, and a lot of it I actually don't think is warranted. I was made aware of Matt Kaufman's Roblox account RBX Rocketman owning badges from some rather interesting and problematic games. As you can see from his publicly viewable badges, he's got one from Pilchero Outfits, one from Dollhouse Roleplay, two from Teddy, one from Your Sus Roommates, and one from Romeat. Pilchero Outfits is a dance club/outfit game that had secret bedrooms that were believed to be hidden by the devs after the game was included in the hatch. The bedrooms were removed after they were discovered, and just to be clear, there are two Pilchero outfits, one being normal, but Kaufman has the badge to the condo one. Dollhouse Roleplay doesn't need much of an introduction, as most of us know it's full of info sharing, online daters, degeneracy, and a lot of dangerous users. The two Teddy badges Matt Kaufman got were from Teddy's largest condo with 76 million visits, one being a limited time 2024 Halloween badge. Your Sus Roommate was this highly suggestive AI roommate/girlfriend type of game that got players to buy things with Robux to make the girl happy, and Romeat was a game so bad its own developers closed it down due to its similarities to Omegle and Tinder that attracted a lot of dangerous users to it. I made a tweet solely showing what badges he had and mentioned why he probably had them, but people took him having these badges another way, so I'm gonna defend Matt. Obviously, Roblox's Chief Safety Officer publicly having badges from problematic games, including a limited time one from 2024, is cause for concern, and we'll get to why. Unfortunately, people have taken him having these badges as a sign that he is supposedly a supporter and enjoyer of condos, which is very unlikely. While yes, he has a handful of them, it's extremely unlikely that he has these because he likes playing condos or being around weird and dangerous people. What he could have these from, and probably does have them from, is doing some kind of quick investigation on the games. Every single one of these is a free welcome badge, not ones for achievements, and your sus roommate being one of the games is a good example. This game was loaded with badges that took little effort or little time to obtain, yet all Matt Kaufman has is the basic welcome badge. Same goes for Romeat, that has a badge for sending 100 messages that Kaufman probably would have gotten if he was a regular player of it. These are all free badges given to players when they join the game, and none of them suggest he was playing them extensively. What this probably was just him checking out the games for moderation purposes, not because he is an avid player of condos or anything malicious like that. The Pilchero Outfits badge backs that, as it was apparently obtained only a couple days after its hidden bedrooms were discovered, so he probably heard that and went to investigate. Labeling him as a condo player over this, I think, is quite unfair and should not be said, and if you see anyone saying that, maybe give them a friendly reminder that it's probably not true. Now, some people are mad at me over this tweet, and I feel like I kinda gotta defend myself here because I'm definitely not the one saying he likes condos. I simply pointed out the fact he had them and that it could have been for investigative purposes, not that he likes condos, nor was I complaining about him investigating them. I will keep in mind for the future to give more of my own opinions though, because even though I said nothing wrong, maybe not saying enough had people think crazy stuff on their own. That being said, while I didn't complain at all in this tweet, nor do I think he's a condo player, that does not mean there aren't valid concerns about him owning these badges. Him being listed as an admin and having these badges publicly is not great, as some kids may find it, see an admin has it, and think it's acceptable content and join them. The bigger issue here though is the fact that Roblox's Chief Safety Officer played these games, yet it appears to have taken a long time for action to be taken against them. According to these stats, all of these badges were obtained long before the games were taken down, with the exception of Pilchero Outfits, which is still up. The others were supposedly obtained a while ago, like the two Teddy ones apparently being from October, 9 months before his games and account got permanently deleted. Even if these stats are incorrect, Wayback Machine proves Teddy's Halloween 2024 badge was deactivated by at least late November 2024. Roblox's Chief Safety Officer would have played Teddy's #1 condo game before November 23rd, 2024, but it'd take until May to get them banned for the first time, then again in June. The issue here is that Roblox's Chief Safety Officer visited these problematic games, yet it appears to have taken a long time for all of them to receive any moderation action. Pilchero Outfits is actually still open, and Romeat was voluntarily closed by its devs, so technically those two didn't even get closed by Roblox. Dollhouse Roleplay was only just taken down, likely over the new private spaces questionnaire, and Teddy took months to address, and even then Roblox still supported his games. Despite Roblox's own Chief Safety Officer playing them, it seemingly took a long time to take action on any of them despite all the problems surrounding them. In my opinion, Kaufman should have investigated these games on an alt or deleted the badges after obtaining them, then taken swift action on these games. While Pilchero Outfits might have been hard for Roblox to take down, the others were in clear violation of one or several rules and should have been immediately removed. I want to reiterate that Roblox's Chief Safety Officer Matt Kaufman should not be labeled nor seen as a condo player because he owns these badges. What's like 99% the case is that he went in to do a quick investigation, and unfortunately, it does not appear it led to immediate strict action when it should have. It's the weekend, so I don't think Roblox is in office, so nothing has popped up from them today, but I assume that'll change pretty soon. It has been a quiet day, and I'm glad it has been, because it has definitely been tiring for me, and I'm sure even more tiring for people closer to the situation. Things are probably going to start picking up soon though, so prepare for more strange stuff to come from this unfortunate incident.